Okay, you guys, what is up? This is OJ Senpai here today to do a review of Hunter x Hunter 346. Yeah, turn up. So, we're back after the break. We don't see a break notice at the end of the chapter, so that's good. So, I'm gonna have to actually look at the chapter again because I read the chapter a couple of times, one on one translation, one on the other, and but I want to get through it so that I can get through some other shit. And this is probably gonna be my longest video of this week. So yeah, let's get into it. Now, well, actually, no, before I get into that, I couldn't get into the chapters last week because some shit I gotta do. My summer has been kind of busy, and I mean, it is what it is. But I wanted to say this on my Hunter x Hunter videos from my episode review and my manga review because this gets the most views out of all of the views on my channel. So yeah, let's get on with it. Now, Kurapika and Leorio go to their first Zodiac meeting, and pretty much they see each other. Like Leorio's anxious. Kurapika's like, it's whatever. Like we're just gonna go into this continent. Just see what's up. And I like how they actually replace. They actually do replace going like Ging and Pariston, but for real. Like they give Kurapika the code name of Rat and Leorio the code name of Boar because Jing had the code name of Boar and Pariston had the code name of Rat. So that was pretty nice. Now, pretty much it's a recap of what happened before. So like we know that the V5 have now transformed into the V6. We know that pretty much that these five great calamities are B plus. They're stronger than the actual Chimera ants, and pretty much we have like all the zodiacs in different intelligence, strength, like intelligence, defense, medical stuff type of squads, and they all pretty much have a part in what they're gonna do. And the bottom line objective is to take one of these disasters home or calamities home and further strengthen, like further help humanity to progress and their evolution. So pretty much we have that, but it's pretty much we already know this stuff like from the previous chapters. So this is pretty much just a recap, like just to fill on one chapter. Now, here's some interesting shit, and I like how this is coming from Kurapika, which is a good thing because Kurapika, whenever he's involved, story progression and other stuff happens. Now, Kurapika asks the Zodiacs this: do you guys even consider the fact that Beyond may have intelligence agents within the or Hunter organization? Like he's actually thinking that, and I forgot his name, but I think he has the code name of the cow, and I'm gonna call him Misa. I'm pretty sure his first name starts with a Misa, and then the rest follows. But Misa pretty much takes Kurapika outside for a couple of moments. He's like, "Yo, for what you're saying, Kurapika, me and Cheeto actually have the same thoughts because we think that there might be a mole within the Zodiacs." I'm like, "Dog, that's some crazy shit." Like, yo, like, listen, you have to think about it. Beyond might actually have, and this is, of course, is an assumption. We don't know for sure this is true, but Beyond might actually have moles within the Zodiacs. We already knew for a fact that he more likely didn't have moles within the organization itself, but within the actual Zodiacs. That's what Cheeto and Misa are thinking. I'm like, dog, and Kurapika's just sitting there is like, "Are you sure?" And then like pretty much Misa says the chairman, the former chairman, Netero, he handpicked all of the members of the Zodiacs, and he picked Pariston. Like he picked Pariston for example because he thought Pariston was interesting, despite the fact that all the Zodiacs were like, "Oh hell no, like fuck this nigga, like we'll get this nigga out of here." Netero was like, "Nah, let's keep him inside. It's pretty interesting." So you would see Kurapika. Kurapika is like, "Oh, he was that type of dude." So he thinks that Netero may have mistakenly brought this mole, if there is a mole within the Zodiacs inside. Who is it? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it more like I'm not saying it's pretty sure, but I think it might be Misa because he's the one that introduces it to Kurapika. That's the only one I can think of right now. Cheeto, no, she doesn't seem like that type of person. The Tiger dude, no, he doesn't even seem smart. I mean, that might be a front. He might be actually be really smarter than we think, but that might actually be the front, but I doubt it. So I don't know. I hope it's not the dragon dude. I really hope it's not the dragon dude. I forgot his name. Botobai. I think that's what his name is. Botobai. Because out of all the Zodiacs, I think he's the coolest looking. And the fact that he's a dragon, that's awesome. That's well, he's not an actual dragon, but he's his code name is Dragon, and he kind of looks like one. So that's pretty cool. I hope it's not him. I really hope it's not. The snake, excuse me, the snake, the peacock. Who knows? Who knows really? But pretty much that's that. And then we have after that they come back into the meeting and they pretty much confirm what they're gonna do during the expedition. They also have like underneath them they have like these bullets with like not bullets but like these boxes where they have like what type of hunter they are, what intelligent like what type of squad they're gonna be in, and other miscellaneous things about them. Like this one dude, the monkey, who's gonna in the monkey, he Sayu, something like that, Sayu. He is in the defense squad. He's a martial artist and stuff like that. Then we have like Cheeto, she's in the medical squad. We have Leorio, he's in the medical squad. Obviously, he's a medical student. And we have Kurapika, he's in the intelligence squad. We have Misa, he's in the intelligence squad. So pretty much they have like this miscellaneous information and stuff. One thing I did find interesting though is that Leorio, he doesn't have like we don't know what type of hunter he is yet. We only know that he's just a rookie. He's just a rookie hunter right now. But we don't know what type of hunter he is yet. And I'm assuming he's some type of medical hunter, just discerning the fact that he is trying to become a doctor. That's what I'm assuming. But I don't know for sure. Now, when it comes to the next part of the chapter, whew, this is a lot of work. I need some water. Um Jing and the crew that Beyond has. First of all, a month has passed, and the hunter exams are now over. So we didn't even see what had happened. We didn't even see. I remember that dude who tried to put like laxatives in niggas' juices and shit, and then he would give them like, "Hey, here's some juice," and then they get the laxatives and now fuck up their stomach. But we didn't even see him. But apparently the hunter exams are over, and all the assassins that they have within their crew, apparently comparison said, failed in the exam. Like they should have failed. And apparently they didn't like pass the aptitude test. And while all this is going on, while like Jing and Pearson are talking, everyone's just screwing around and stuff. Like they haven't even gone into the dark content yet. Like we see, I think Jing's playing video games, and they have like this competition between him and this spirally glass girl when it comes to certain ancient folklore languages. At first I thought it was Japanese, but apparently it's just something else. And then we see Jing talking about with these other dudes. Basically, Jing is mingling and just trying to get to know these people, which is actually pretty smart. And like he even shows this Nen trick to a few of the members on the team, and he even talks to this dude apparently who knows a professor at a university. Now this is where I was like, what the fuck? Because Jinx says, "Well, I never actually went to school. I just picked up things by learning about them." I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Jinx. So Jing is a genius just because of the fact that he just picked up and learned stuff. He never actually went to school. So it's kind of weird. But I like how in that same panel we see Jing and this dude talking, and like it's not in bubble form, but we see like this dude ask him, "Hey, do you want to play Mario? Like Mario or some shit?" And Jing's like, "Yeah, sure." I'm like, "What the fuck?" Like they're talking about serious stuff in bubble form, but when it comes to out of bubble form, it's just like they just want to play around. So I think Jing is trying to just mingle with these dudes, just trying to get to know them better and to earn their trust because he does want to be number two for some reason. And basically, these assassins come back, and the assassins pretty much they don't trust Jing at all. They really fucking don't. Like they just don't. And like and they just don't trust Jing. Like they even ask Jing, "Yo, Jing, Are you on the side of our organization, or you on our side? And Jing pretty much says, I'm on Beyond side when it comes to having freedom within this journey. But he also says that I also want to respect the rules that these V5 have, because the V5 aren't playing when it comes to the Dark Continent. You go in there and you fuck up with the rules, you're fucking screwed. That's pretty much it. So when it comes to that, I gotta say that Jing, he's playing it safe, because at the same time he realizes I gotta play it safe, because even if I don't come home, everything's gonna be okay. And that's pretty cool. So, and then we also see this dude, this one black dude with light hair. I think his hair is blonde, probably. He comes in there. He's like, "Yo, man, what the fuck, man? What the fuck you doing here, man? Like, yo, you ain't being number two. You ain't being number two, nigga. You ain't being number two." He didn't say the word nigga, obviously, but still, he pretty much like we have Jing like, "Yo, I'm gonna be number two." And then we even like the black dude even asked, "Yo, Jake Harrison, when do y'all get the fuck out? Because we don't want, like, you don't trust either one of y'all niggas, especially Jake." And he's like, one, Jing goes, or two, Pearson goes. And I like how Jing and Pearson are like, you know what? Let's make a choice three and a choice four. Uh, let's make a choice three and a choice four. Choice three, y'all get the fuck out. That's Jake's proposal. And Pearson, y'all all die. So I'm like, dog, like what the fuck? Like I was laughing. I was like, what are these dudes doing? Like they're straight up saying, yo, if y'all say we have to leave, okay. Three, y'all leave. Four, y'all all die. It's that pretty much simple. So pretty much they call them like this chapter calls them like punks pretty much, because they're acting all smart and shit. Like, oh, you know what? We'll make our own options. So that's the end of the chapter. Now, this chapter of Hunter x Hunter, compared to the last chapters, it wasn't as dialogue heavy. It was more of I should say, a recap of what's been going on in these past few arcs. So let's go on with the actual basics, because I kind of want to talk about this more in a discussion video that I might do tomorrow. So, along with another thing that's really important. So, these basics, pacing, good. I'm giving you a pacing rating of good. We haven't gone to the Dark Continent yet, despite the fact that a month has passed, and I'm kind of worried. I'm like, wait, when are they going to the Dark Continent? So I'm gonna give the pacing a rating of good. It's not okay plus, because we did get some pacing, but it's good pacing overall. When it comes to the artwork, I actually have to give that a good as well. Like Togashi's still keeping up with his good artwork, and so I'm gonna give that rating of good as well. And when it comes to story progression, that's probably I'm actually gonna get a rating of good as well. It's not, it's decent. I'm gonna have to give that a rating of good. It's just rating good. So good artwork, good story progression, and good pacing is going to get a rating of good. So a good chapter of Hunter x Hunter. Give me your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of the Zodiacs? What do you guys think of their plans? What do you guys think of the whole mole and the Zodiacs? That's some crazy shit. So, because I want to talk about that, and I might talk about it, or I might make a discussion video on. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do one tomorrow on the Hunter x Hunter, like a possible Hunter x Hunter time skip. But I'll talk about that tomorrow if I can. And what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about Jing and Pariston? Do you think they're badasses? I think they're badasses, especially Jing. Like Jing, yo, Jing ain't playing. And what do you guys think about that? Oh yeah, one more thing about the chapter. Jing pretty much says, I'll follow whatever Pariston does, but I'm going to restrain Pariston at any means possible. So Jing says some other shit. So what do you think about that? What do you think about Jing? Is he pushing Pariston's buttons a little bit too far? Is he pushing it a little bit too far? And yeah, so what do you guys think about that? So yeah, the rating is a rating of good. This is a good chapter of Hunter x Hunter. Like the video if you like it. Dislike it if you don't. And rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later. I'm Oji Senpai, and I'm signing off.